All right, I think the live streaming is enabled. Here are the agenda topics that I collected from the community. And another one I just saw this afternoon from a user who posted in the chat. We may want to take a quick look. That was a discussion from a user reported using Ratify on AWS, EKS. I tagged JC and Vani from AWS side to look into this issue because I suspect this was caused by ECR or EKS related authentication issue. It's not on the Ratify side, so we may need insights from AWS folks, but we can take a quick look later. Just my assumption. So here are the topics. The first one is to share the current status of Ratify v2.0 Alpha 1. We have a dev build and it's available for product testing before its official release. Maybe Bingbing can share what are the primary deliverables in Alpha 1. And then I can share my feedback after tested this Alpha release with the dev build. And also we have two pull requests that requires maintainers to review. We will not go through the details in this meeting, but just let everyone be aware of these two key pull requests that we will need maintainers to take a look. The last thing is the ratify users issue. We can take a look later. Is there anything else that you want to bring to the agenda? Bingbing, I'm not sure whether the unified ratified CRD configuration discussion is still ongoing. If there's anything new or you want to continue the discussion, feel free to add it to the agenda. If not, we can async on that discussion.
Yeah, I don't have anything new on this topic.
Okay. If nothing else, maybe we can start from the first one. Um, Let me open the link. So, Bingbing, this is the release vote for Ratify 2.0 Alpha 1, right?
Yes.
Okay. I think normally we will have a organized release notes in the release vote so that maintainers and reviewers can easily understand what are the key changes for this release and what should be noticed at the beginning. This is what we practice in the Aura's release process, right, Shui? I'm not sure whether Ratify could follow that process. To me,
Yeah, I think that's a good call. I can add the import or the essential like features in this release.
yeah, why I'm posing this because when I was testing the Ratify Alpha 1, I was expecting that all of the existing features in Ratify V1 are supposed to be in Ratify V2 Alpha 1, but actually not. I tested the basic Notary project signature verification. It works, but when I was starting testing cosign signatures and other verifiers, this seems not working as with my expectation. And I validated with Bingbing that those verifiers will be supported in the upcoming Alpha 2 and beta release. So I think maybe others may not be aware of this change. So I would suggest that we can highlight what are the key changes, especially the supported features in Alpha 1 and what are not supported comparing with the existing 1.4.
Yes, we should have a description saying that what is supported and what is deprecated or removed.
Yeah, let me find. Maybe there's another good example from Auras. Oh, this one should be a good example because it's a beta release. So ideally, we will draft the release notes in the pull request, in the vote pull request, especially highlight the notable changes in the pull request. Then we can attach the detailed commits after the release notes. In this way, we can also review the release notes before merging the release vote. Any comments? If not, I think we just follow the pattern that we use in the Aura's release process and enhance the release notes in this pull request.
Yeah, I will follow that.
Thank you. Um, hey Dahu, good morning.
Hey, Feynman. Sorry for the late.
No worries. I know it's commuting time during morning. We just started a few minutes ago, and we were discussing the current release of Ratify v2.0 Alpha 1, just to
Okay,
give you some context.
okay. Thank you.
All right, let's move forward. We just share the feedback around Ratify v2.0 Alpha 1. Another thing that I just noticed in Alpha 1 is the Helm file naming. So if we're looking at the Ratify v2 Helm file, especially for the dev build, looks like there's additional name got MPL along with the dev file YAML. This is not consistent with previous releases. If we're looking at the Ratify website, the quick start. So looking at the Ratify Helm file installation guidance, you know, previously we don't have such kind of
Uh, Vima, can you check the latest one, then or maybe the next version?
which one?
I mean the Ratify website. You are currently in at the year.
You mean next?
Yes.
Oh, I see, I see. So you have updated the documentation on the next version to include the
Yeah,
this.
because I noticed that a lot of users are using Hemfile V1 version, and previously it was just a V0 version, and there was a breaking change in Hemfile V1. And because we have some like a Go template in in the Hemfile, so it's not supported in the previous version. Oh, in the V1 version. So we have to add this file extension.
I see. Is this required in Helm file v1?
Uh, if we don't have the Go template in the Helm file, then it's not necessary. But because we already have this template, so we have to add this extension.
I see. So that means this is also one of the kind of breaking change because the URL is not the same with original Ratify v1 release, especially for the Helm file, right?
Actually, it's not related to Ratify V2. Even in Ratify V1, if user are using like ham file V1 version, the previous command will always fail without this Go template file extension.
Oh, you mean this file extension, the
Yeah.
Go template, is supposed to be added in all of the Ratify V1 releases?
Yeah. It's just based on the ham file version that the user's using.
Gotcha, gotcha. So it's a breaking change in Helm file, the CLI tool. It's not on the
Yes.
Ratify side. So in that case, we may want to state that for Helm file, which version or higher, we would expect that the file extension like Go template should be added.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, otherwise I think it's easier for users to misconfigure the path, the URL of the Helm file, because I had such kind of installation problem because I didn't include the additional file extension in the Helm file name. So I think maybe we can clearly state the difference on the Helm file in the prerequisites, especially to let users know that which Helm version that users should be expect the additional file extension name.
Yeah, I can add that later.
Thanks, Bingbing. I saw Dahu just joined, so maybe Dahu, you can help. Would you mind helping us to test the dev build before we officially announced the Ratify v 2.0 Alpha 1 release? We have a dev build for our community testing. We want to make sure those changes and especially breaking changes
Okay, I will
validated,
test this.
and also
Okay,
the core functionalities can be validated before it's released.
okay, I will test it in this week.
Thanks. And you can just follow the getting started guide to install it because I just validated these steps these 2 days, so I think it should work.
Okay,
All right, I think that's two things from Ratify side, especially for the new release. So to wrap up, we will need to update the release notes in the pull request, in the vote pull request, and also update the documentation, the getting started guide to include the Helm file extension, the name extension. Another two is just remind folks that we have two pull requests pending our review. The first one is just an update for review guidance. So in our community, we don't have such kind of formalized review guidance for our peer review process, and also the checklist for merging a pull request. We had a very initial discussion in GitHub discussion with AWS folks maybe 1 year or 2 years ago, but that was very random discussion, and we seems not follow that process in the GitHub discussion. So I want to formalize the process and make sure it is clear enough for all of the reviewers. So folks, please help to review this pull request and align on the policies that we defined in this guidance. The purpose is to increase the review efficiency and make sure the pull request can be merged on time. I just dropped the link in our chat so folks can review it maybe after this meeting. I would appreciate your help and reviews for this guidance. Another pull request that we will need maintainers to take another look is the cozy hash envelope changed in the Notary project specification. This change was opened by Patrick last month, and I saw Patrick did several rounds of change to resolve comments from several maintainers. So I think so far this is ready for another round of review. The notation v2.0 beta 1 is also relying on this spec change. So I think maintainers please help to review it as your convenient time. Since Patrick is not in this meeting, we may not dig into the details of this spec change. Shui, do you have anything special related to this spec change? If not, we just keep it in our meeting notes so that we can review it offline.
Nope.
Okay. Let's move forward. Oh, there's another change another pull request that has been there for a while, at least 1 month, maybe. Is this pull request? Another one. This pull request was originally from a contributor. He's from Nginx company, and he used to improve the code quality and also include the static check for notation CLI repo and notation Go repo. This pull request has been there for a while, and GitHub bot also marked it as there because no reviews yet. The CI seems also failed. So I'm looking for advice from maintainers and who can help us to move this pull request forward. It's a very tiny change, but seems like the code coverage is not meet our requirement. I will also put this pull request in our review list so that maintainers can take a look and provide advice. Otherwise, this pull request will be closed after maybe within 30 days because there are no any additional activity in this pull request. So basically, we have 3 pull requests pending on review. Another thing that I want to bring up is the Ratify user who reported an issue this morning. Let me share the discussion thread. So I saw a message from a user who tested Ratify, and he successfully deployed Ratify 1.4 and Gatekeeper on AWS EKS, but seems he encounters some configuration problem from the Ratify logs. I suspect that this is caused by AWS related configuration, especially for their auth provider. Not sure if Bingbing or anyone else have any insights. If we can confirm that this is the issue on AWS side, I will wait until AWS folks to reply on this issue.
Yeah, the other reason is could not resolve the subject. So I guess it's something wrong with the store configuration. But since the store is on AWS, I think it's not related to the open source Ratify.
I mean, Aura store, right?
Yeah, the store configuration. And also because they might use some other configuration like the identity, something like that. So I think it's specific to the AWS cluster.
Okay. That should that is also my assumption. I tagged JC Butler and Vani Rao from AWS to look into this issue.
Yeah, actually, I just saw another error. If you see, it says could not resolve. I think it's under this log. Yeah. If you scroll down maybe 5 lines, could not retrieve ECR auth token collection. So I think it's something wrong with the ECR request.
I see. Thanks, Bingbing, for checking that. Let's wait for AWS folks to reply to this issue. Just to let you know that I successfully tested the Ratify v2.0 Alpha 1 with the default Notary project signature verification. And I think cosign signature verification as spawn vulnerability report verification will be supported in upcoming Alpha 2 and beta release. That's everything from my side. If you have any questions or topics, feel free to bring to the community meeting. It's an ad hoc discussion time. Oh, by the way, Dahu, I remember last time you remember that there's some complex configuration maybe in the Ratify side. I'm not sure what the details that you reported to me, but I would expect that you can raise GitHub issues to clearly describe what are the complicated things in the Ratify configuration with Alibaba Cloud and what's your expectation to simplify the configuration?
Yes, I think I replied this on the PR we mentioned in last meeting. Actually, there's too much CRD in Ratify V1, like the store, the verifier, and something others. And I think there is some progress in the VR discussion, V2 discussion, and maybe we can merge this configuration in one CRD configuration.
Oh, you your primary complaint or your primary feedback is around the CLE configuration, right? That part is kind of complicated for your users.
Yes, I think maybe a unified CLD will be solve the problem.
Okay, I hear you. I just saw the fresh comment from Bingbing. Maybe we can continue to discuss on this thread, if any. Before we end, just want to make sure there's no additional things that we want to discuss. If not, maybe we can finish today's meeting earlier and give 29 minutes back.
Thanks.
Okay, thank you, folks. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.